Hi there, thanks for joining me for a quick walkthrough of the user interface for the SolarView web app. So this is a home screen where you can choose electrical equipment and either upload a site visit photo or now a 3D LiDAR scan of your site. So I choose a background image, and then it asks me if there's an electrical meter in the photo. I choose yes, and then it gives me a circle that I can drag over the meter. As soon as I release my mouse, it will change to scale so I can adjust it up or down. The reason for this is that when you launch a 3D model from our gallery, the scale of the model is trying to match the estimated distance that the photo was taken away from the wall. So now you can see my Enphase controller here in the scene. Now let's walk through a few of the controls. So we have move, which you can hit M. We have rotate, which you can hit R to switch to. Then we have scale, which you can hit S to switch to. And below that, we have the nearer or farther controls, because sometimes you need to adjust a conduit to make it look like it's going in or out of a disconnect or something like that. Then at the bottom left, we have undo and redo. So the top right, we have our gallery of 3D models. We have different brands of inverters and batteries, and then also other types of electrical equipment. And then we just added some pre-configured layouts. So we've got Canadian Solar, Enphase, Franklin, Electric Power, Panasonic. So you can choose these and then just make modifications to them. Below that, you can click to change the background image if you want. This one will delete all models in the scene, so you can start over. I'm going to go ahead and click no. Then here, I was trying to save the layout, but you're able to save 9 configurations at the time, so I have to go in and delete one. So you can see that I have these layouts that I have made from previous sessions that I saved, so I didn't have to redo them. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. Now I have an available space. Then I'll go back and click the save button so that I could show you how you can save a configuration so you don't have to remake them all the time. So I click save, and then I can also download what's called an SLR file. That's essentially like the file type for SolarView. So if you download the SLR, you can reload it in the future and it'll save the background image, the models, the configuration. This is nice, so if you need to change anything in the future, if you get some feedback from a colleague, then it's a way of saving it so you don't have to redo the entire thing. This is the button you'd use to upload the SLR file. And this one is really important. This is the save image button. So once you've created your configuration, this is how you create the image to send out to your homeowner and then save it to send over to your install team. And down here you can see the different hotkeys that we have. M for move, R for rotate, S for scale. Basically these are really nice to use as you're navigating the app so you can quickly and easily change from different functions. And then moving to the top here, we have different controls for the shadows. So you can see I intensify, de-intensify, adjust the blur. Then we have the lighting, so you can change kind of the angle of where the sun is to try to match the shadows that are already in your photo. Now these are the calibration tools. You've already seen the meter, so you can adjust the size there to help scale the 3D models. But we have another one here, so if you have a tape measure with you when you're doing your site visit, then you go ahead and you put that tape measure in the scene. So like you see here down below, we have a tape measure there that's extended to 1 foot. And then you go up and launch this tool. It'll shoot out a little 3D model of a tape measure. And then what you do is you drag it down, hit S for scale, and then you can adjust it to try to match the size of the tape measure in the scene. So once you do that, I don't know if you noticed it, but it will actually adjust the size of the 3D model. So if you see the controller get bigger and smaller based on the scale of the tape measure. Now the third one that we're working on right now is the ability to use an electrical cover plate to do the exact same thing. So we realize that you may not have remembered to put the tape measure in the scene, so one thing you can do is use the electrical cover plate to try to do the same thing, and we'll continue to add more things as we think of them. So we're almost done here. A few more things. Up top is the zoom control. So you can zoom in and out if you want to do something a little more precise. You can also hit the plus and minus key to do this. And then finally, in the top left corner, this is how you can select either a single model, multiple models, or every model in the entire scene. So I'm going to choose from one of our pre-made layouts. And now I need to move the entire set of models. So I'm going to go and click the top left. And now if I need to make an adjustment, I click the single dot, and then that allows me to grab an individual gutter or something. And then if I want to move all 3 batteries, I click the middle selection, and then I can just adjust those 3 batteries. Thank you for joining us for this walkthrough of the SolarView web tool. If you need any further assistance, please email me directly, brian@solarview.app. Thanks again.